DNS Concepts explained. What is DNS? DNS, or Domain Name System, can be thought of as a phone book for the Internet. Just like a phone book translates a person's name into their phone number, DNS translates domain names, such as google.com, into their corresponding IP addresses, such as 172.217.0.46. This allows computers to locate and connect to specific websites and services on the Internet. Think of it like calling a friend. You don't need to remember their phone number, you can just look it up in the phone book. Similarly, when you type in a website address, your computer looks up the corresponding IP address using DNS before connecting you to the website. Overall, DNS plays a crucial role in enabling the smooth functioning of the Internet, just like a phone book enables easy communication with friends and family. What is DNS A record? Imagine you are trying to call a friend on your mobile phone. You need to enter their phone number, which is a series of digits that uniquely identifies them. However, you probably don't memorize all of your friends' phone numbers, so you save their numbers in your phone's contact list. Similarly, the DNS A record is like a contact list for the Internet. When you enter a website's domain name into your web browser, the browser looks up the corresponding IP address for that domain name using the DNS A record, just like your phone looks up your friend's phone number in your contact list. So just like how you don't need to memorize your friend's phone number to call them, you don't need to remember the IP address of every website you want to visit. The DNS A record helps you connect to websites using their domain names instead of IP addresses, making it easier for you to access the content you want on the Internet. What is DNS CNAME? Think of a CNAME record in DNS like a forwarding address for a business. When a business moves, they set up a forwarding address to ensure that any mail sent to the old address gets forwarded to the new location. Similarly, a website can have multiple domain names that all point to the same server. A CNAME record in DNS allows you to create a forwarding address for a domain name that points to the actual domain name that the server is associated with. So, a CNAME record in DNS is like a forwarding address for a domain name that helps the DNS resolver find the actual domain name associated with the server's IP address. It allows you to create a forwarding address for a domain name, making it easier to access the server without having to remember its IP address or the original domain name. What is DNS PTR record? Imagine you're trying to find the owner of a car by its license plate number. You can go to the DMV and request a reverse lookup, which will give you the name and contact information of the car's owner. Similarly, a DNS PTR record is like a reverse lookup for IP addresses. It maps an IP address to a domain name, allowing you to find the owner of a particular IP address on the Internet. It's like a phone book for IP addresses, helping computers identify the domain name associated with a specific IP address. Just as a reverse license plate lookup helps you identify the owner of a car, a PTR record helps you identify the owner of a server on the Internet. What is DNS NS record? Think of the DNS system like a large organization with many departments. Each department has its own manager responsible for making decisions and overseeing operations within their respective departments. Similarly, each domain has its own NS record that lists the authoritative name servers responsible for managing that domain's DNS records. The NS record is like a department manager, while the root name servers are like the CEO overseeing the entire DNS system. Just as a manager is responsible for their department's operations, an NS record specifies the authoritative name servers responsible for managing a domain's DNS records. And just as the CEO oversees the entire organization, the root name servers oversee the entire DNS system.